Hey y'all, what's up? It's me, Jacob. So today we are actually going to go around campus to visit every single piece in the Stuart Art Gallery, something that I have never done. So I'm doing this so you don't have to, because this is going to be a long walk. While we're doing that, we're also gonna talk a little bit about art opportunities on campus, or the lack thereof, and a little bit of the history of art at UCSD. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so we are at the first stop on our little journey. This one is called Untitled by Michael Asher. So the Stuart Art Collection was originally created in 1982. It's kind of a mix between the Stuart family and UCSD. It's a collaboration, and pieces are being added to this day. Just last year, What Hath God Wrought was added into the collection. The problem with the Stuart collection is that they don't allow student submissions, and they're very shady on what pieces they include and how they select them. The other problem is they have a deal with UCSD, so only Stuart Collection art is allowed to be on campus. There's no real room for student sculptures or murals or anything, for the most part, to be included on campus. So this severely limits the access students have to present their art and to showcase what they do. I just got busted for doing that because some girl walked up and she was like, "Do you want me to take a picture of you?" I was like, "Oh no, I'm just filming a video." Okay, so since we're over by Price Center, we're actually going to make a quick detour to stop at one of the few opportunities that students do have for art, and that is the UCSD Summer Art Gallery. Now, I found about this earlier in the year, a couple months ago, from my good friend Marcus.
Something about you!
He is a studio major, and he has struggled to find outlets here on campus. Now, he would have submitted something to this gallery. However, one of the problems with this is that it is not super accessible to students. So there is a $25 fee to sign up to submit something, which it's not that great of an impediment, but where they get you is that they require you to frame yourself. And so I was texting him about it when I was back home, and he told me that framing could cost up to $400. It's not a very cost-effective thing. So for the university to offer this type of opportunity for students, but then to make it cost so much, it's just not an effective way to offer something for students interested in the arts to pursue. So I just got to where the gallery is, and it's actually locked. I guess you can just look in and see. That's not a problem that I realized that there would be, just because the website was not very clear on when the hours were. They didn't really advertise when this is open, and there's nothing posted on the door. There's nothing even advertising that this space is used for galleries. So the Stuart Collection doesn't necessarily have an entire monopoly on campus art. There are a couple pieces here that are not a part of the collection, so that includes pieces like the Chicano Legacy mural. However, all of these pieces for the most part came about through student demonstration or protesting. The Chicano Legacy mural, for example, is supposed to be a temporary position, but students protested to have it be permanent. So it's really difficult for there to be other art that is not Stuart Art Collection approved, and furthermore, there's even less opportunities for art that is made by students. I think the student thing is to close your eyes and hold your breath and walk under, and then you get good luck on finals, and that's next week, so let's go. I'm gonna totally trip. Oh my god. So two places that are regularly available for students, literally probably the only two, are the University Art Gallery and Graffiti Art Park. Now, University Art Gallery is pretty much just open to students in art classes, but this gallery on several occasions has been threatened to be closed down and turned into a classroom, so the university is trying to take a stand to defund student art. And the other place, Graffiti Art Park, that one is pretty much the only free-range place students have to make their own art. That came about after students had a history of graffitiing a certain part of the university art hallways, so it kind of takes away or desanitizes the message behind graffiti by giving students a designated place, even though the purpose is to kind of be disobedient and to go against the norm. Oh my god, we finally made it 2 hours later to the last one. Well, that was quite the adventure. I don't know about you, but I thought it was really cool to get to see all of that art, even though it took like 2 hours to do. If there's one takeaway from this, I think it is best summed up in an article Lauren Holt, a writer for The Guardian, wrote, where she criticized the Stuart Art Collection. She basically said that if there were multiple avenues for art, including the Stuart Collection, there'd be no problem. But because there's only one selective anti-student collection, it kind of makes the university appear anti-student and anti-art. So if there's any solutions to this, I believe it'll come from the university, where they could provide more investment into students' creative aspects, as well as from students to try to put out their art in both legal and non-traditional ways. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. It was a blast, and until next time, bye!